Yo, 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 what is up? This is Atomic Wolf playing Would You Rather. Now, now I've seen people play this on YouTube and on their phones apparently. This is the first time I've played it, so let's just get into it. Would you rather not be able to have sex or not be able to love? Me, I would rather not be able to have sex because not being able to love would be entirely impossible because you'd be totally emotional. Not be able to have sex. 7,206 votes for men and 1,242 votes for other and 4,814 votes for women. And the other ones would be, would you rather not be able to love? The votes seem a little higher. No. Wow. That's a lot. Oh, darn ad, I'm so sorry. Would you rather have one nipple or have two belly buttons? Well, it would be pointless to have two belly buttons. Actually, if you think about it, having two belly buttons would entail the female to have two babies at the exact same time, which of course is possible with only one. But if you only have one nipple, if you have two babies, then you'll have one hungry baby and one non-hungry baby. So I think I would rather have two belly buttons. Oh. A lot of people would actually go for having two belly buttons and having one nipple because women, on the other hand, would have a freak fit if they got pregnant and they didn't know what to do because it'd be insane. Would you rather be ugly but kind or be beautiful but greedy? I'd be ugly and kind instead of being beautiful and greedy because being greedy is just not something in my nature, to be honest. Being ugly and kind goes to show that you have a more sturdy personality than others. See, I knew there was a lot more to this than anything else. 10,000. See? At least there's more to it. Would you rather that every time you have sex there is a 90% chance to get pregnant, or have sex only 20 times in your whole life? How could somebody go a day without having sex? Of course, there's always a 90% chance that someone can get pregnant. These are for, like, women in general. I would rather be able to have sex and have there be a chance that I could possibly get pregnant. Of course, if you're wise enough, you would be able to use the correct protection. Silly old goose. Would you rather be able to create history or be able to delete history? If I had the option, and in my opinion, I want to create history instead of deleting it. I mean, a lot of people nowadays would want to delete their history in the past because of the wrongdoings and all that other stuff. But with me, I would want to be able to create history, make new memories, that sort of thing. I didn't even do anything wrong. But this one was would you rather be in underwear in Antarctica or wear a snowsuit in the desert? That seems rather dangerous in both parts because wearing underwear in Antarctica would mean you would die of hypothermia, and you would also die in the desert wearing a snowsuit. So in most cases, you're dead either way. Hello, welcome to my stream. Hi. Ah. Would you rather that everyone knows the details of your finances or that everyone knows the details of your love life? In all honesty, I wouldn't want none of them to know either. If I were to pick one, I think I would have someone know the details of my finances, because having someone know what's going on in your life will honestly cause drama. So I would rather keep my love life to myself and to those that are around me, rather than, well, better rewording, I would say that I would have someone know my financial situation than my love life. Only because our love lives are our own business. Would you rather be with someone who is extremely attractive or that you are extremely attractive? Truthfully, I don't know about this one. I'm neither attractive or beautiful. I'm just here as my own. You what? But if it was me personally, I'd want to be with somebody who's extremely attractive. As long as they have good qualities in them, like they respect those that they're with them. Because if I was to be honest, if I was extremely attractive, all the guys would be flocking around me, and I don't want that. I don't like the attention. Would you rather have 5 ex-spouses or never get married? Truthfully, I'm sorry about the freaking ads. I'm going to be honest about this one. I would never get married, but in my circumstances, I am married only once. I would never have 5 ex-spouses. I'd only want to get married once. So, never get married. Would you rather cheat and that your partner doesn't find out, or don't cheat and that your partner think you cheat? Honestly, we've all been down this road. We've kept secrets from the person that we love, but to have someone think that you are cheating when you're not cheating is a better way to go, because honestly, if someone is that faithful, red, yeah, I would pick red too. I would pick that one too. I'd rather have them think that I'm cheating rather than me cheating at all. Would you rather hate person you broke up with or love person you broke up with? Well, in my opinion, if I break up with somebody, I still want to be friends with them, but not have any physical strings attached to them personally. I still want to be friends with them. But if it's someone that I hated a lot, I would definitely hate that person that I broke up with, to be honest. And I don't hate a lot of people, but if they did something wrong to me and they don't give a logical reason why they don't want to talk to me again, then yeah, I would definitely hate the person that I broke up with. Would you rather have a high-profile job and no family, or have average job and good family life? Huh, that's a good question. Would I rather have a high-profile job and no family, or have an average job and good family life? I'd go with have average job and good family life, because you gotta have a good job to support yourself and have family who's gonna be behind you and support you whenever you need them the most. Yeah. Hey, would you rather marry someone rich that you don't love, or marry someone poor that you do love? I'm doing would you rather. I'm interested in it. Yep.
Want to come in and watch Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom?
I'll be in a minute. Would I rather marry someone rich that you don't love, or marry someone poor that you do love? In all honesty, marrying somebody that doesn't have much is more important, because it doesn't matter if they're poor or rich, as long as they love you for who you are. But if you don't love somebody that's rich and who only cares about themselves, is something that all of us don't want. We want equality in a relationship. We want respect. We want comfort. We want time with each other. We just don't want that one person who's gonna just stick with one thing and have them hate you. Or you hate them because they're not spending enough time or whatever. But I'd rather marry someone poor that I do love, because it doesn't matter what they have, who they're with. Actually, it does matter. It does matter, to be honest. Red. Yeah, I'd pick red too. I would marry someone poor that I do love, because you're gonna find somebody who doesn't have a lot, but they're willing to give you what they have. Would you rather be rich and only get the ugly girls or boys, or be poor and get all hot girls and boys? See, being poor goes to show that you've struggled through a lot. Being poor shows that you are willing to give what you have to those that you love. as I said previously. It doesn't matter what we have. Being rich only goes to show that you've grown up to care only about yourself. But being poor goes to show that you're willing to give. So I'm just going to go with red. Would you rather never again have orgasm or every time have orgasm after 1 minute of sex? That's a hard one. I mean, I've had a lot of orgasms, I would say. It'd be nice to have an orgasm every minute after of sex, but just for I mean, it'd be nice. Which one would you pick? I think I'd have one every after 1 minute. Because it feels good. Oh my god, I do apologize. I just... yeah, that's what I picked. Would you rather admit all your guilty pleasures to family or never have any guilty pleasures? It's kind of hard to have guilty pleasures and you hide them from yourself. But if I were to pick any one of these two, I would definitely never have any guilty pleasures, to be honest. I mean, I know it's a bad move. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just, would you rather? And I wouldn't have my family know all of my guilty pleasures because that would be totally weird on my part. So, in my offense, I would never have any guilty pleasures. Would you rather have friends with benefits or have one stable relationship? Honestly, I've had a few with benefits in the past, but no offense, I'm not that person anymore. But if I were to pick just the one, I'd have one stable relationship because I've been with my other half for going over 3 years. So I would have one stable relationship that I can keep without having an issue. Even though every relationship goes through problems. This is absolutely true. But if you've done something wrong for where they assume things, then that's whenever it brings in a problem. Like you have to sit down with them and talk it through without it leading to a fight. So I'm gonna have one stable relationship. Because a lot of people nowadays sometimes would probably have friends with benefits because they care too much for them. But if you're that loyal, you'd actually want to have one stable relationship. Would you rather have a baby at 15 or have a baby at 60? Honestly, I would rather have a baby at 60 because more life experience for me to know what I'm doing with a child rather than having one at 15 whenever you have no clue on what you're supposed to do with one and how to raise it. Where you're relying on your parents to help you raise the baby. Whereas if you have one at 60, you'd have more experience and catching up on how to raise them, how to treat them right whenever he gets older, the best advice. More the wisdom, I guess. To each his own. Would you rather have sex with the lights on or have sex with the lights off? I've had a couple of times where I had either or on, but with the lights off, it's more intimate. And with the lights on, I feel more vulnerable and I'm more aware of myself. So I believe, yeah, me too. I'm self-conscious about myself when the lights are on. So I would pick red. Would you rather have the best house in the worst neighborhood or have the worst house in the best neighborhood? To be honest, having the best house in the worst neighborhood could lead to people probably getting into it, robbing it, taking anything that's of value. Whereas you have a house that's in the best neighborhood, people's not really going to bother you. And you're not going to be bothered as much. So I think I'd gotta have the worst house in the best neighborhood because people's not gonna mess with you all that much. Whereas, as I said before, you have the best house in the worst neighborhood. People's gonna wonder what's in it inside of it, what's the value. You know. Would you rather be famous and never find true love or be average and find true love? Me, I'll never be famous. I'm just average. I have a job, I have a kid. I'm married, of course, and I'd rather be average and find true love because you are yourself. Whereas being famous, you may never find true love because you have the paparazzi. It kind of depends on what you're talking about with. That's true too. Definitely. Being yourself is what really counts in a relationship. And if you're yourself toward that person that you want to try getting with, then they'll love you for who you are. Would you rather have one partner or have multiple partners? Me personally, I would have only one because I am that loyal person who just doesn't like to be the cheating type. I wouldn't want to have multiple partners and assume that the person that I'm with is thinking that I'm cheating. And I don't want that. So I'm going to have one partner. Well, this will wrap up this game of Would You Rather. Oh my goodness. Until next time, guys, this has been Atomic Wolf playing Would You Rather.